The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, a Domain Divided. You get to hear a little peek behind the curtain about the fuck-up Shanky does. Shanky's been sacked. Don't worry. It's okay. And now I'll let Mama do her intro because everybody knows who I am. I'm the one who gets sacked.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I'm on staycation for 9 fucking days in a row. Hallelujah. And tonight I am playing Dr. Katerina Rakosi of Clan Zamitzi.
I'm Jen of Thieves, and I cannot follow that up with any better news, except that I am playing Sunday Booth of the Hakata. Not as good. It's not as good.
I don't have a staycation to plug either, but I am the Reverend Sarkhan, and tonight I get to play Rorik Rakosi of Clan Zamitzi, who is no longer the worst brother in Kansas.
You are now because the other one's dead.
Because the worst brother's dead.
Oh, no. Let there be a cue, all right? Let there be a cue.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red. I have a mini staycation. Mine's only 4 days. But I'm playing Gwen Schultz of the Ministry.
And hi, I'm Maddox. Just oddly enough, not tucked in a corner. I'm stacked above everyone. I feel like a god. And I will be reprising a role of a lovely elder by the name of Alessandro Giovanni at some point.
And I deliberately did not put you in the corner tonight, Maddox, because I felt Alessandro deserved a break from the normal putting Maddox in the corner. Just saying.
He certainly thinks he deserves it.
When we were at this coterie last week, I can't even say coterie tonight, Jesus Christ. When we were last with this coterie, well, they went up against the Second Inquisition and they finished their attack on it. And though the attack was successful, it wasn't without cost because, well, they lost Christabella, which I guess was a big blow to the group. But they did manage to finally put an end to Grant, which I think for this crew is something they're happy about. But as we're opening up tonight, we're opening up with right after the end of the last episode because they had ran into, they ran into La Sombra. Not Clan La Sombra. They ran into La Sombra, who happens to have come to the city. So as we're opening up, you all were in the labyrinth heading back towards your domain and your haven. And La Sombra looks over at Gwen He also eyeballs Rorik, who's a bit damaged.
So is Kat.
And Kat, yep. Somebody erased it off their sheet, so I didn't get to
did.
see it on the sheet. See what happens?
Yeah. Look at him.
You seem a bit worse for wear. I've found it difficult to talk with people when they're too concerned about the injuries they sustained. Do you mind if I help you with that?
Oh, look at him asking for permission.
Oh, here we go.
I found that in these modern nights, people get jumpy when I just reach out and start touching them.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
At
it's good.
what cost?
No cost to you.
No, I had that before. I've used
Okay.
that before.
What was it I heard used a few times? The first taste is free.
Oh, Jesus.
Just requires me to touch you. That's all. No blood involved. I'm aware that you all are smart enough not to partake of my vitae at all.
Yeah, you had me worried when you said taste.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Poor choice of words. Let me tell you what.
No, it was the
Kat
correct.
just turn around and walk back to him because she started walking off from him.
It was the correct choice of words. Trust me.
And she's just like, fine, do it.
Yeah. Do we get to
And-
choose where you touch us? I got a couple places.
Do not push your luck. I can tell you that. And he reaches out and rests his hand on Kat's shoulder, and he just dips his head forward, closes his eyes a second. Done. And Kat, all your wounds just start closing and healing.
Excellent. And she will step away.
Gwen
See?
steps forward
Painless.
and extends her hand like a handshake.
And he reaches out and takes your hand. And the way he holds it not, in a handshake, but he actually takes it like he's about to kiss it, but doesn't, and just holds it that way. And once again, he bends his head, closes his eyes a second, and all the burnt, flayed parts that were burnt off you starts reknitting. Now it feels odd to you because you suffered a lot of burn damage. You could feel it makes your skin almost crawl as it reknits itself so quickly. And then he raises his head. Yours is done as well.
Thank you.
So would the smartass like his done as well?
I would. I just,
Look, brother, he's already got you pegged.
Yeah, look at that. I didn't know that the older we got, the less funny we got about life. All right. Where do you want to touch me after you've already invaded my personal space?
He reaches his hand out and cups the top of your head.
Good. Oh, this is lovely.
And he closes his eyes. And for you, all the wounds disappear as well. And as he pulls his hand back,
Kat
you all...
literally thinks, I wish we had phones and I wish this fucker wasn't La Sombra himself because I would so take a picture of that if I could.
You notice as he pulls his hand away, his hand in a couple spots looks like it's been burnt and damaged a little. As he pulls his hand away. There.
Yeah.
As I
Thank
said,
you.
no cost to you.
Yeah. No, just took me back to Catholic school. That's no big deal. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I mean, that was kind of your fault for not specifying a place.
Sins are forgiven. So let the sinning begin.
Amen.
So you're taking me somewhere? To your lair? Haven, I guess it's called.
Are we?
She looks to Rourke and says, yours is closer.
I mean, yeah, you already made yourself a home, so let's just go to the big Cineplex, as it were.
I don't think we want to have long discussions in this place. You do realize everything you do, everything you say gets back to the creator of this place, don't you?
You know that wasn't in the contract when I took over the lease. But thank you for telling me.
These are his creations. They're as much a part of him as everything else.
Well, then above ground we go.
Yep. And while we're walking, if you want to share anything else that you know in your thousands of years of experience, I am all ears.
Gwen kind of mutters to herself, wouldn't be a nos if he wasn't spying.
I can tell you now, though you think this is yours, they will come to take it from you. The architect does not allow a caretaker to be non-nos for long. I would consider what you're doing now temporary.
Yeah. Life is temporary.
No, it's not.
I mean, yeah, not for you, obviously, because you're found the cheat code, but you know, we almost lost one of us. Just point to Gwen.
But you survived, did you not?
Well, I survived for sure. Yeah, I was always going to survive. I will tell you what.
I'd watch those words, Rorik. I'm just asking for trouble now.
Hey, the man said that we are allowed to sin, and that's all I'm trying to do.
As I said, occasionally you have strokes of genius, but you are very rarely ever wise.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
You should.
But put that in my little pocket of shit I don't give a fuck about.
Of course.
Why do I get the feeling it is a big pocket?
It's big on the inside.
Very well. Lead the way. I could go the shortcut there, but I don't think you all would enjoy my shortcuts.
Cat'll lead the way.
And you all head back. As you arrive above ground, Rorik, do you try to have an exit empty directly to the haven or near the haven or what?
Near the haven. I don't want to intrude on Kat's domain without like permission.
Okay. Well, that actually works even better than what I was planning. Because as you step out, you're about a block from the place and from your haven, and down the street is Rashad's burnt down law office. Well, yeah, it burned. It didn't explode. That one burned. And even back here, you can see a white suit in front of it. Now, we're going to flash over to that scene for now. You all going to take you a few minutes to walk up there to see what's going on, because in this nighttime, a white suit kind of stands out. Alessandro, you're standing in front of Rashad's burnt down law office.
And Alessandro, his usual black hair swept back, piercing eyes, they have an intensity to them. He carries himself in a way that is almost a full superiority thing, but it doesn't feel exactly like an I'm better than you intention, just something similar. And standing next to him is a woman in a black suit to contrast the white. She has an earpiece as well and seems more like she's dressed for a security type purpose. But the two of them are currently staring at things that refuse to speak plainly or make any sense.
As you're standing there, you hear somebody coming up from behind you. 1 minute, you didn't hear anything. Next minute, they've got to be 5 steps away.
I will turn on my heels and look at them.
There's a police officer behind you. Long hair. He's got a goatee, which is definitely not regulation. His badge says, Twitch on it. You and the little lady there are all right?
Just looking. Thank you, officer.
Well, you seem a little confused. Wondering about this here building?
Wondering about many things, but one of them is the building.
You might want to be careful. You heard that explosion not long ago, right?
I did.
I'd fully expect the police to be looking for anything strange. Just to give you the heads up, there's been a rash of this. Buildings burning down, blowing up, fires out of nowhere. There was a butcher. And not a butcher, more a meat processing plant. It got burned up. There was, there was a house. Looked like what you'd expect from B&B that got burned up. Damn, what else got burned? I mean, there's been a whole lot of this going on in the city. So, he smiles and looks over. This one was towards the start of it all. Kind of set off a chain of events. Oh, don't worry. The owner survived. All his employees are dead, obviously.
Is this your beat?
I think Kat's going to walk up at about that point.
Yes and no. This whole city's my beat. Actually, you might say this whole world is my beat. He looks over. Katerina.
Twitch, what's up?
Nothing. I see you all had some fun tonight. You blew up a building.
We didn't blow up the building.
You kind of had a direct part in it. You killed the guy. The building blew up. That means
the dude was a kill switch. Okay.
I believe the word you're looking for is allegedly.
We did not blow up said building.
Look,
You seem to know an awful lot
about.
about it. How do we know you weren't the one who blew it up?
No, Miss Schultz. I can tell you I had nothing to do with that. I never blow up anything. I just observe it.
And who is this you're harassing? And she looks to the gentleman in white.
Oddly enough, this is somebody I told you about.
Alessandro Giovanni.
Oh. Dr. Katerina Riccozzi.
I've heard of you.
I'm sure you have. This is Gwen Schultz, Sunday Booth, and Rurik Riccozzi.
And Twitch goes, and don't forget him, and points it at La Sombra.
And this is La Sombra.
And the man who she called La Sombra, he's wearing an impeccable suit. He's a gorgeous man, but he's not gorgeous in that pretty boy way. He's got that rugged, kind of hard, well-defined, but still everything is perfectly in place look. And he nods at you, and his eyes cut over to Twitch, and he goes, hello again, Brother Twitch. I'm not Brother Twitch, Officer Twitch. Right here in the badge, see? Aren't you a little far from your usual haunts? La Sombra goes, what is it you said? The entire world is my haunt? And La Sombra looks over at you, Alessandro Giovanni, Milwaukee. Am I correct?
Indeed.
It is my business to know the courts of all the cities and the major players within.
I would have expected you to be wreathed in shadow, but the suit is nice.
And for the coterie, by the way, as Kat walked off, Bo didn't want to go to the Haven. Bo didn't want to meet Alessandro. Bo went to leave. He's got some shit to process. Because
makes sense.
His brother just blew up a building.
His brother just died.
Well,
I
and
think
blew up
that
the
might-
building. We almost killed him.
Almost killed all of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're far away from Milwaukee, though.
Not entirely by choice. The bane of expertise.
Indeed. I was the one that requested Rashad ask for you.
And Twitch goes, that was my idea.
You gave me a name. I did the follow through.
See, again,
Typical. And but unfortunately, Rashad will not be able to meet with you. We have just left a raid on the Second Inquisition in this city because he had gotten on their radar and they destroyed him. Here. Or at his haven, I believe, actually.
Twitch looks over. My suggestion is y'all continue this in your haven because probably within the next 20 minutes, they're going to declare a curfew on the city because of the building blown up and the dead people.
Yeah.
And then the cops are gonna rough
police
people up.
services are all over that place back there. So please follow us. It's just a block down the street.
One moment. Alessandro's going to reach into his coat and take out a business card and hand it to Twitch.
Twitch takes it, looks at
later.
it. I don't have a business card for you. If you need me, just call the precinct. Actually, just pick a department. Just ask for Officer Twitch. I seem to work at all of them.
Imagine that.
And Alessandro will acknowledge that and then continue following the rest because he needs information.
And you see Twitch, he just nods to Lasombra, who nods back. And he just walks a different way. Does your companion come with you?
Yes. Actually, Alessandro, before he walks off, turns to her and say, "You do not leave my side." And then he starts walking.
I know.
Cat won't say much on the walk there because we're out in public. So
I know you all may not like calling me by my actual name. Feel free to call me Marcus.
why? That's not who you are.
No, but it's easier than
Easier for whom?
for your
I'm perfectly
kind.
fine with it. I have seen way too much to be afraid of anything anymore.
I don't care.
Fear is a very useful emotion.
Oh, certainly. I have fear of certain things, but not of any of you.
Yeah, you're not gonna find much fear here. This place
Yeah,
is a mess.
honestly, you did just kind of save my life a little bit. So fear's not
Because we're
high up there
useful.
right now.
Because we're useful. Remember that.
Yep.
I'm not saying it wasn't deserved.
Hold on
Not
to your
just-
thought on that until we get into somewhere we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
And as you step into your building, Janine's at the front desk. Kat, while you're coming in, can you talk a second real quick with me?
Yeah, sure. And Kat will split off and go talk to Janine.
And she goes, look, there was a phone call from some of our informants. They said this guy was asked about a Rashad and was poking around the law office tonight.
Yeah, we found him.
You sure?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay, because
Tell the folks thanks, give them what they need.
that they were making it seem like this big deal, like, some guy's running amok and causing and
He
putting
was
his nose.
standing outside the law office talking to a police officer.
Jesus, there they go. They just, I knew it. I knew by the tone. They were playing it up, trying to,
Okay. Don't give them all they need. Just give them a little bit.
okay, because it was Bobby down the street.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know him.
Bobby is such a drama monger.
Yes, he is, but he's always looking for that little extra cheddar, as he calls it.
Yeah, I'll give him. You know what? Get him a wheel of cheddar from the grocer. It'll be fine.
Okay.
He wants his cheddar, so he's going to get some cheddar.
And she grins. And you see her pull out a notebook and write down something, probably buy one
Wheel
of cheddar as she walks off.
And Kat will rejoin everyone in the conference room.
And as you come in, I don't know how Alessandro and his companion is sitting, but Lasombra's is not sitting on a table. He's just standing there kind of like a statue, but you can tell he's relaxed as he will ever get.
Katz just sits down in a chair and says, okay. So, your presence was requested because the eldest, otherwise known as my clan's progenitor,
My brother.
is snoozing under this city, and he's trying to wake up. And it is causing havoc here. Let me guess, your spirits are acting flaky?
And you even see the woman next to him get sort of a dour, annoyed look on her face. They're far from cooperative.
Yeah, that's his doing. And he's not even fully awake yet. So, Twitch informed me that you would be beneficial if we're trying to get him to go back into a deeper sleep.
Oh, yes. I see.
But to inform you of, I believe, your grandchilder situation. He was doing some investigation into certain Second Inquisition activities and unfortunately got on their radar. And it was a spectacular retaliation from them. They literally firebombed with thermite his entire haven in the middle of the day. And then proceeded to threaten the rest of us via text. Because the head of the Second Inquisition was associated by blood and family, I'm sure you, Giovanni, can understand these things, to one of our coterie mates, Mr. Solomon, who is not with us right now because his brother is now permanently deceased. That is where we have just come from, and it is a mess. I fully expect at some point there is going to be Justicars, Archons, maybe even Alistairs showing up in this city after this event, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't just the medical building that went down with that explosion.
I am going to do what I can to delay them.
Appreciate it.
I will make sure that they have transportation problems. No matter what transportation method they decide to take, it's going to slow them down because I do not want them in this city. And I do not wish to wake up my brother by destroying every single one of them who shows up, because they tend to think I am the former owner of this body.
Yeah, he kind of pissed some of them off, didn't he?
I didn't help. I had to maintain appearances, and I may have killed a former Archon in Chicago. Not myself personally, but through an agent of mine.
So, what has been trying to keep him at bay for at least a few years is the current prince of this city, Malkavian by the name of Manuel. He is uniquely gifted in a way that allows him to try to subdue the eldest. And he's losing. Honestly, I'm not sure after everything that's been going on in the past few weeks, how long he's going to be able to hold out. The Sabbat has fallen in this city. The Second Inquisition has now fallen in this city. It's ripe for him to bust out and wake up.
You said this Malkavian is keeping him asleep.
Trying to, at least.
Malkav always did meddle where he wasn't supposed to.
Seems to be a thing with y'all.
Oh, you don't understand him. You think it was an accident that we ran into Twitch tonight?
No accidents with y'all.
There are no accidents.
No, there's just giant mistakes.
And someone who likes to put their thumb on the wheel once in a while. This Manuel is definitely not normal.
Of course not. I sussed that out pretty much first meeting. Morel is also in this city. And she looks to La Sombra and says, "Did you send her?"
Yes.
I figured.
Let's just say there was a need for somebody who could speak to the land in this city.
Yeah, well, she taught me.
That was the need. You're welcome.
Thanks for that. So yeah. So what do you know about keeping really ancient ones asleep?
Right before he says anything, he quickly glances at La Sombra. And
Oh, don't
actively
worry.
seems to take a big breath and sigh.
Putting me to sleep, I think, would be a little more difficult. Unless you can chase me into the abyss itself.
A bit deeper than I've gone.
Cat
And-
really finds that hilarious.
And you truly don't seem like that much in the way of an active threat to me.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't dangerous. I would be lying if I said I didn't have my own goals. Even my help in putting my brother to sleep serves my ends, it's not altruism, but it's one of those cases where I think our goals would align.
Yeah, the eternal chess game that you elders love to play.
Look, I am one of the only ones awake, coherent, and not maddened. And I'll be fair, it's only because of the soul I took and subsumed with this body that gave me an anchor. Otherwise, I would probably be as crazy as he is, or as Ravnos was.
Subsumed.
Yes,
What a fancy word for what you did.
it is subsumed. I did not diablerize him, to use the
All right.
modern parlance of it. I stole his body and his soul when he thought to escape.
What happens in the abyss stays in the abyss, okay?
He fled to
It's-
my realm to escape justice. And I decided my long exile was over.
Cool. If we're done with story time, can we get back to putting the others to sleep?
Oh, and you expect not to get a story out of this instruction either? No. What do you all know of Menele?
I mean, heard stories. I was in Chicago for about 20 years. So, you know, yeah. Former king of Sparta, Bruja, and basically him and Helena probably should have just hate fucked each other and got it over with.
Crass, but not inaccurate.
Yeah.
He had managed to sleep himself. It was a willing rest, as it were. With a drastic ritual. And during my time in and near Chicago, I have been able to gain access to the ritual site. Copious amounts of study revealed interesting details. It is as much a rest as it is a suppression of one's beast, which is rather impressive when you realize how strong beasts from those things are. You must have a location of the sleeper. You must know where they are.
I do.
The shroud within the area must be shredded into nothing.
That's already done.
The way that I have realized it was done previously was with a mass casualty sacrifice. Enough death in one area.
Well shredded. Understood. I imagine we're going to have other pockets of that now.
Once the shroud is prepared in the space properly, you then require 2 ritual practitioners. One with a decent knowledge of necromancy, and the other a thaumaturge, if you will.
Okay.
And then one of the harder ingredients. You need a willing sacrifice of a kindred connected to the sleeper, descendant, bound by blood, some other connection, but it must be deep and recognizable. And the final piece to this asinine puzzle, the unwilling sacrifice of a kindred connected to the sleeper. It is drastic, and I'm certain attracts much of the wrong kind of attention. I was not there to witness the results. I simply know from conjecture in my own study. The dead around that ritual site is the ones that are coherent are too shell-shocked to speak much. It was not a pleasant action for them.
You've already said the connection. There is one already in this city with a connection. That Malkavian is connected to him. The only question is he willing or unwilling? Which half of that equation would he fill?
If his nature is to guard against some force like this, I would assume willing. You do not protect something that stringently without being willing to see it through to the end.
I mean, the question becomes then, is Gram Lulu is strong enough of a tie to be the unwilling one? Because I know she's not going to go down without a
She's
fight.
been his pawn since before you and I were born.
Yeah, but she's not going to go willingly. Like, she's going to
Of
fight
course
it.
not.
So we got both ends. We're good. We're golden.
And Lasombre looks over to Gwen. You should be very careful. His hand is already on you. He has marked you for some
More
reason.
so than Cat.
She has his blood in her veins. She's always been marked by him. As her brother here. But you are not of his blood, and yet you bear his mark.
I've already asked for protection from someone else.
From who? You think someone can protect you from someone of our age? I could protect you.
Oh, it's almost like he wants to sell you a car.
Oh,
Dear
I'll make no
Lasombre, what
game
would
of it.
the
If she
price
wishes
be?
my protection, she will serve me. I have
That
use
is-
for individuals with certain skill sets. I have
Like good
always
old
looked,
Marquis served you?
no,
Oh,
the way Lillian Sanger currently serves me. I have a thing for finding younger kindred, sheltering them, teaching them, helping them to become something better, something stronger, something greater than they were.
Useful.
and then
Yes.
Something
subsuming
useful.
them.
Is this hold on?
No,
What is Lasombre's storyteller? What is Lasombre's reputation when it comes to things like this?
perfection.
Like,
And ruthlessness.
Perfection and ruthlessness. He is the cause of everything that Lasombre is.
but does he actually like see them grow to not eat them, or just as
Lillian Sanger has like a 4 humanity now.
Okay. Okay.
But she's technically running Baltimore while he's gone.
Okay.
I will teach you to be something better than you are.
Make
I
sure you
will-
ask him where on the list you're going to be for subsuming.
No, I have a body. Why would I need to subsume another?
I
This
don't
one is
know.
actually good enough.
You're the
For
one
some
subsuming
reason-
people.
I feel like I might not be his type.
I will admit, I've never enjoyed the taste of those descended from Set.
I also mean that if you were to subsume anybody, I don't think it would be a 5'2" ginger girl.
No.
Oh,
I mean, that's about what Lily is.
Do you know, history says I was never fond of women, but I did have a woman child. I did embrace one. I only
Aw.
embrace
look
and
at
only
him,
drink.
breaking
excellence.
stereotypes.
And what happened to her?
Last I checked on her, she had destroyed a Kaitif that she had taken as her guide. And we're still in the U.S. somewhere.
Oh, women so emotional, right?
No, it wasn't about emotion. It was, she was attempting to find a connection to this modern night. But she lacked the ability to subsume a body and soul all in one. She did the messy way, allowed herself to be diablerized, to take the body of the one who drank her.
Oh, if only she were better.
Well,
Mm.
yes, but she couldn't be me.
No.
And
Sounds
who
like
was
you're
she?
safe.
She was the Oracle of Delphi.
Oh,
Oh, of course. Yeah. Why?
Oh,
why?
of course.
Why? Yeah.
Sybil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because their visions came from drugs, you know.
No,
Yeah.
hers did not.
Why? Yeah. How
But
dare
they
I?
still applied drugs, you know.
How
So
dare I
her brain was not
assume
right.
that you had somebody embraced within the last 100 years, maybe.
No.
No. The last
no.
child I embraced betrayed me. I thought he ate me.
Oh,
Ah.
the
I have
drama.
only successfully
Subsumed.
had one child that I would consider
Oh, not
a
where I thought
true
you were going to go.
success. Montano.
Mm.
Only he never betrayed me.
Man, I would love for you to name someone in this millennium. That would be fantastic.
Let's not.
Lillian Sanger I did not embrace and I have not drank from, but I have taught her very well.
Let's not have them procreating now.
I
Okay?
do think we have digressed substantially
Yeah,
from the
we have.
conversation at hand.
Sure.
Just think on whether you wish my protection from my brother.
You don't, Gwen.
I mean, you're
It
safe
would
as
be
long as you
better
don't have
than
a god
serving
face.
him.
Look,
I'll think on it.
I don't think she has a very good choice at all. At least I'm offering her something my brother would not. My brother would probably shape her into something totally different. Physically, mentally.
And your quest for
You're-
perfection won't?
I will train you. There is a difference between forcing you to be something and giving you a chance.
Yeah, that's a
become
speed.
something.
The difference is a speed.
The difference is consent and choice. I prefer my proteges to willingly join me.
Hmm.
Even Montano had a choice.
When'd you start the whole choice thing? Just wondering.
Montano was ages before ages before ages.
Sure.
Older than this Menelaus. Alessandro mentions.
Speaking of, are you going to be the necromancer in this ritual? Do we need to find the thaumaturge?
The thaumaturge I cannot provide.
that we can.
And you can requisition the assistance of myself, and he will turn and look to the woman sitting directly next to him, Stella here, who is a far more accomplished necromancer than I.
Kat
I
just
do
looks
nothing
at
for-
Stella.
She has a very serious look on her face. It's a strong Italian features.
Mhm.
Kind of familial, but it's a little hard to tell with her and Alessandro. They don't seem exactly alike.
Interesting. I do know there's also an agent of the Baron in this city.
Truly.
Truly. Power draws power. Imagine that.
Let's see, an agent of the Baron. Broodmate to the architect is here. Vlad Tepes is here.
Mm-hmm.
Morel,
Mm-hmm.
myself,
Xavier.
Xavier from South America.
Mm-hmm. He's the Tremere. One of the first Tremere.
And there is one other here. I haven't figured out who it is yet. They are hiding, which is upsetting that they're hiding from me.
Maybe they don't like you.
Or perhaps
No.
they're standing in a very bright room.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
It is possible.
shit. I'm going to write
But
that
where
one
I
down.
go, I bring the darkness with me.
It's like a regular My Chemical Romance concert with you.
Your mouth one day is going to get you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take you on a trip somewhere.
Ooh, first class?
You
Only
wouldn't
if
want
he
to
wants
go
to,
where
though,
this
right?
one would bring you. I do have a curiosity of my own, if we are indulging things. And he just points at Rurik. Why is a known Sabbat bishop standing amongst us?
Ooh, one, thank you for the upgrade. I never got that high.
Truly?
Two,
Then my information was wrong.
correct. Secondly, I'm a Tarkus now. So, put that in your poop chute.
He's actually striving to be Anarch Baron.
Baby steps.
So you go from being Sabbat to watered down Sabbat.
See, the way
Or
I
Cam
look at
Light.
it, Diet Cam, sure. I've learned in my time that there's only one rule that we really need to abide by, and that's the Masquerade. Honestly, everything else is just fucking dressing on the cake, as it were.
Even the masquerade can be bent.
Correct.
The real rule is survival.
That right there.
Period.
I learned that after hearing about the death of my progenitor. I feel I've been doing well.
You're still around.
I am fascinated that there is so much power gathered here. The odd ancient or elder can crop up at any time in any place, but there is such a concentration in this place.
There is one waking. It draws things to it.
And as I mentioned before, somebody has put their thumb on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit heavy-handed.
That I will agree with. But I came of my choice, not theirs.
You sure about
And
that?
whose thumb is it exactly again?
I would suspect Malkav. I don't understand how one of his bloodline can control one as old as my brother. That is not something normally possible. You're talking one of them who was at the first city, Enoch. No one in this age should be able to even come close to our will. And yet, a child, not even a child in my point of view, able to control one of us? No, that's not normal.
And where was Malkav last seen?
Dead.
So, where does that leave us then?
Malkav exists in every single Malkavian in the world. He played the ultimate act of survival. Destroyed his body and lives on in all of his children, and not in a metaphorical sense. Each one carries a portion of him.
Through the Vitae.
Exactly. To what they call the web. That is the him.
If that is the case, could you not speak to this Malkavian and through, I'm assuming, a familial connection, speak to Malkov?
He doesn't listen to me.
Mm.
We were never friends.
What a shock.
You'll find that those of my age are not friends with any of our peers. Survival. Look what we did to our own sires.
And some
But don't
other
worry,
stuff.
my plan is not to eat my brother. I would not taint my body with his filth.
Taint.
Wow, that was offensive.
Cold.
I've heard worse.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I have nothing against his children. It's him. that I have a problem with.
Yeah, but damn, dude.
Mhm.
He is an amorphous blob.
Wow.
He thinks that's perfection.
Hmm.
I had once heard rumors that the great La Sombra existed as a large cavernous shadow. Color me surprised when I meet him and he is dressed as a man.
Yeah, they just need a body for that.
Would you like me to return to my shadow form?
Nah.
Whatever you feel is more comfortable for you. I don't
I've-
think you could fit in this room.
Well, we would have to take this room somewhere else.
No.
Let's not.
Especially not when your brother, as you so put it, is causing that side to have such issues.
Oh, he would know if I reached my hand to that point. He would wake.
Yeah, he would know a threat is in his midst.
He would know I am here. Only I can do what I do.
So
Are there any more founders to be found in this hellhole? Or just the ones mentioned?
not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware
Not
of.
yet.
Have no
Aren't they
idea
already-
who this third older than dirt one is that's around that nobody seems to know who they are. And yeah, there's some like Methuselahs around, but
Hmm.
yeah.
My
A
main
faint
priority.
spattering of a couple elders. Most are ancillary around here. Basically lunch. I know exactly what everyone is here. Lunch.
Yep.
We've all heard the story of Ravnos.
So basically, yeah, and most of the lunch are cowards because they hid and didn't fight against the Sabbat, didn't raise a fucking hand with the Second Inquisition being run by a psychopathic thin blood, and literally just hid because they're fucking cowards.
And that is why I came to you all and not them. Cowards make weak tools and are not capable of doing what must be done for the sake of the world.
I feel that we can offer our assistance in this as best we can.
So you have an idea of the willing and unwilling sacrifice.
Yeah, the problem is Ludmilla Rakosi isn't here.
And the somber dips his head a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure he can fix that.
Yes, she is.
Is she?
She arrived yesterday.
Hmm.
Oh, good.
Convenient.
Yep.
As I said, somebody's playing with events.
Yeah, I think I need to go see Manuel.
Do you know where he's sleeping?
I can get to him.
No, where the...
Oh, Eldest is sleeping? Yes. Been there.
So now you have the problem with the shroud.
It's already shredded there. It is completely fucking shredded there because he's been fucking with that and he's been fucking with the ley lines that are in the area.
Likely where he's getting part of his energy from.
That's what he's feeding from.
Hmm.
Anybody else feel like this is all too convenient?
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it reeks of trap. Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trap set by who for who.
Correct.
Oh, you know my brother is waiting for you to try to do something.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
And while I
Oh.
did send Xavier to prevent him from knowing exactly what you're doing, the fact that you've disappeared from his radar directly means he knows it's coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
But the fool has chosen a body he can't move on his own.
No, he can't. He required the Xantosas to transport his ass around all over the country.
There's his mistake.
And there's no more Xantosas in this city.
I don't think they could move him now.
No, he wants a body. And I was bred and groomed to be that body.
A waste. What would he do with it? Go mad? Try to shape the world in his image?
I don't plan on giving it to him. Because he underestimated me.
One thing to always be said to be true about your blood is that it has a very possessive nature. I doubt you'd give up anything that you felt was truly yours. I've met many Tsamisi, killed several more.
Yeah. So.
They were always selfish. Don't want to share with
There's
the
a
others.
difference between selfish and covetousness.
I was trying to be polite.
We are covetous.
I don't know. I'm pretty selfish.
Yes, you are, bro. You can put
Spoken like a
that in
true
your
dragon.
pocket too.
I will give the both of you my assurances before I let him take your body. I will make sure there's nothing for him to take.
Oh, don't worry. You can get in line. Dracula's already said that.
He was never a fool.
With all due
Misguided, but not a fool.
With all due respect to the Count, I think slaying anything, regardless of the body of that strength, would be difficult even for such
No,
hopeless
he would kill
figure.
me.
That would prove easier for him.
Look,
Oh.
I have known pretty much since the day I arrived in this city, I've been fucked. And not the fun way. And I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. So I might as well do. With my associates, we nearly single-handedly wiped out the Sabbat cells that were in this city. With associates and allies, we have eliminated the Second Inquisition and pretty much the technocracy influence that they had with them. I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't, so I might as well do.
Choosing the lesser damnation is still a choice.
So yes, I asked a very old Tremere to hide me and my family, because I actually have one of those, from the eldest.
I am not
Because
here.
I would murder my entire family than let that asshole get them.
I am not here to bargain. I am not here to offer in return for assistance, because I truly understand that you will work with me to put a stop to this. But I tell you, if you wish your family to be sheltered, if it comes to it,
They
I
are
will
sheltered.
move them from this city to a place of safety.
No. The line ends with me, period. If they are to become part of this, I will end them myself.
So be it. I can respect that.
He will not get them. They are mine.
How very La Sombra of you.
Don't insult me.
You mispronounced for cozy.
Sure sounds like a dragon to me.
Somewhat.
I hate to say it, but Grandma would be proud of that statement.
Would she?
No, Grandma would be upset that Katerina is not trying to rule. I know what the Rakosis were bred for. I know what the purpose in all the Revenant lines were for. So no.
Rakosis were scholar kings.
An imitation of what they felt they once were, but lost.
Yes.
I also think it would be detrimental to try and rule over a place like this.
A place like this doesn't need ruling. A place like this needs the problems addressed and the cowards run out of it, so that it isn't a buffet for the next problem that comes along.
So is another part of your plan for a kindred exodus?
Possibly.
That I may have more skills in as well.
Excellent.
Depending. The dead are aggravatingly unreliable.
Let's work on fixing that. Let's put the eldest to sleep.
Yep.
I will make sure after he's asleep. He's not going to be a place where he can cause trouble in the future.
Good. Will you leave with him?
I will take him to another place.
Good.
Yeah.
I will take him to my realm
Excellent.
where he can slumber in darkness.
And when you come back, are you coming back here or are you coming back somewhere else?
I'm going back home.
Good. Fantastic.
Oh.
I have my own kingdom to run in Baltimore.
Yes,
Fantastic.
fantastic. Look at you.
But where
Go
he
the
will
fuck
be
home.
will not be this world. It will be the source of the darkness itself. He can spend an eternity in there. Because even if he wakes there, it'll be too late for him to escape.
It would be anyone who considers themselves a perceptive individual who would notice this. But Alessandro shifts as if he has a shiver run down his spine.
You cold?
Frightened, not cold.
He knows of the place I talk. It is not the place of the dead. Those are lesser La Sombra powers that pale to what the oblivion and shadow really is.
It's past the place of the dead. A place that you cannot gaze into directly, for it often makes you something worse.
It is the abyss that you gaze into and it gazes back.
Wow. Very poetic. I appreciate it. Is this going to be on the test later or should I be taking notes?
Wow, Lysombra's right. You are going to get killed with that mouth.
Oh, him and I will have a reckoning before this is done.
Oh,
I can't save you from yourself, brother. I just can't.
if someone as old as Lasambra has a problem with someone as young as me, that's not on me. That's trauma that I don't have to worry about.
That's like
You
saying that
should
we have problems with ants.
You should respect your elders.
Mm.
And though I
Sure.
may be old and you are but an ant to me, you still don't allow pests to trespass where they should not. But you have a usefulness right now. Make sure you keep it.
Mhm. Spoken like a true elder. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am still what I am. I am friendly. I am
Friendly.
helpful.
Helpful.
But underneath it all, I am still who I've always been. Do not mistake me for kind or gentle.
No.
I am a monster, and I admit it.
No.
I would be lying to myself to say otherwise. Just as you would be lying to yourself to say you are not also a monster. It's just a matter of degree.
Yeah. I like to revel in my truth.
Remember that.
Speaking on truth, outside of these walls, I am assuming that Marcus Vitel is still very much in existence compared to who I am currently speaking with.
I am Marcus Vitel. This is his body. I took it. Subsumed his soul to take it. To the world, very few know who I am. And if you told anyone, I doubt they would believe you.
No, there is no gain in me telling them.
Because I gave up DC willingly. Would Lasombre do that?
Yes,
In the right strategy, I
Clearly.
can easily see it.
I can absolutely see the strategy of that. It would show your hand too easily if you didn't, because they would keep sending Archons and Justicars and Alistairs after your ass
And I would have to keep destroying them over and over.
until you destroyed them all, and
would
then
get-
that would show your hand.
It would get tedious.
So yes, Lasombre would totally do that, and then set up shop in Baltimore where it was easy to take over and nobody would really fuck with him. Absolutely.
But would any of the whelps that claim they run the camera really believe Lasombre would do that?
Of course not. Their egos won't allow it.
Exactly. But don't worry. You can say I was here. You can say that there was nothing you could do against Marcus Vitel.
Or I could simply say that I spoke amicably. I'm known to be a diplomat.
There are some in the tower who might punish you just for speaking with me. I believe Lucinda has me on her red list.
Half of those on the red list are only there because the Camarilla can't let go when they lose.
Very true. Or they fear them.
More of them are for that reason.
Rather than accept that they could learn something, they will try to destroy it. What did Vitel do that's any different from the rest of them? Other than the plans to destroy the world with nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah.
I chose to believe it hearsay.
Oh, he planned to do it.
All the better that you are now standing in his body, because then you won't.
But I could see a half a dozen others that might have tried the same thing if Hardestat had had the ability to do it. That power-hungry madman would have tried it as well.
How do you feel about your line defecting from the Sabbat to the Camarilla? Any opinion?
It is unwise to throw your lives away in a pointless war. They know who is going to win. They know what awaited them out east, or at least they learned. It's about winning and survival. Remember, you play the long game. And the long game for my descendants is the Camarilla. Until it's no longer beneficial to them. You'll notice none of them have truly given their word that they will honor the Camarilla for eternity, have they?
My family's culture does understand lip service.
The devil is always in the details.
And sometimes the details are written in a different ink.
Sometimes it's written so small you don't see it until it's too late.
That's kind of like what happened between me and the eldest. Manuel took us on a little, it was wild. A dream walk? Sunday, you weren't here for this, Rick. You weren't either. To show us
Oh.
what he was doing.
I would have remembered something like that.
When I told you I had seen the Carpathians, this was how. We walked in the past to a cave where the eldest slept in the Carpathians. And saw him be diablerized by a, at the time, relatively young Tzimisce of House Basarab.
It's not unlike my story.
And what walked out of that cave was not the young Basarab, but the eldest. But what was also there was the eldest in his current state, not physically, but mentally and emotionally, laying on that bier with Manuel at his feet, keeping him subdued against his will.
And that's where I was marked as well. Likely, anyway.
And I felt a compulsion to kneel. I knew if I did not kneel, I was never going to walk out of that dream.
You are of his blood. You must kneel to the one who created you.
So, me being a wise woman, did what would make me survive. I kneeled. Gwen did as well.
You knelt.
Usually Kat knows what's required to survive. I assume she did there as well.
You know you are a child of Set, right?
I don't know how to deal with elders.
She doesn't know the history.
You know he would take your kneeling not as obedience, but as mockery, as an insult.
Who knows?
I know. You be extra careful.
Hindsight.
We
Oh.
walked out of the dream. Ever since then, Manuel has had a more difficult time managing him.
He got a feel of the world again.
Through me.
To both of you.
But of course, he took that as if I serve him, which of course he would. However, he did not anticipate I would serve him as I am, as a doctor.
The fine print.
He is a very sick patient. He is a threat to himself and everything else around him. He needs to be sedated.
So, like a true physician, you are setting up a quarantine.
Exactly. I am trying to eliminate potential fuel for him, to isolate him, and make him easier to deal with if we ever had the solution. And if not, he would awake and only have a handful to destroy. Try to minimize the damage if I can't contain it.
Oh, if he wakes, there is no containment.
I understand that, La Sombra, but I'm doing what I can.
Oh, I will say you all have done quite well to have done as far as you have. Do not blame yourselves for him. Well, you did have a small hand in him beginning to wake now, but he was going to wake anyway. It was a matter of time.
I don't blame myself for it. This shit always goes on. It's cyclic as fuck. You guys can't stay put.
Survival.
I know.
Are we supposed to die and lay dead for the younger generation to step up?
But you are the only one of your generation that is able to connect with the modern time. All the others lose their minds.
That's because of the method of my escaping.
And only you can do that.
Oh, others could if they tried. Unfortunately, they don't have the will to do it.
Thus, they cannot.
They were always weak. I've always considered my siblings weak.
And as you yourself said, you would not rush to their aid, for you are a monster.
Right.
We cannot exist side by side. We cannot coexist in proximity to each other. We must destroy each other if we can, or otherwise neutralize each other. Don't you know there can be only one ruler, only one dog in this junkyard? That's why I'm going to stick my brother in a place he will never leave, ever. Yes, I said it would benefit me, and it will. I will keep him off the board permanently. But that doesn't mean it's not of benefit to you as well, does it? Your friend Sunday is so quiet. Are you getting shocking revelations? Should I be more humane? Should I be more pleasant about it? Should I lie, blow smoke up people's ass?
That's about what I expect from you.
I am being honest.
How's that feel?
It is refreshing to be able to be honest with people, knowing that there's no need for lies.
I'm being quiet because honestly, I'm trying not to say what's actually on my mind, which is all of this, every single bit of this is not our fucking problem.
Thank you.
It's not our problem. Your petty little sibling nonsense.
Yep.
Yeah, but if
And
no
yet
one
here
else
we
does
are.
anything about it,
Here we are. Oh, I can't stop him. He'll see me coming. Y'all go ahead and figure it out. You figure it out because I survive. Right?
I will always survive, but would you? Were you to flee this city right now? We will raise the first question. Can you flee this city? Have you noticed the cowards don't leave? Have you noticed a very few that have been here for any length of time go far from this city? What was the ancient Tzimisce policy on the lands they ruled and the people who lived there?
They stayed there for generations.
Whether you like it or not, you are his subject now. You are over his sleeping spot. This is his kingdom. He would not let you leave. You would come back one way or another.
You don't own me.
But he does. The taint he spread in this city seeps into you every day. The blood you drink of people who he has already tainted seeps into you every day. The longer you stay here, the longer it will be to break that hold, the harder it will be. But the longer you're here, the stronger it gets. You can't escape it. You say it is not your problem. It is everybody in this city's problem. Now, I could tell you, you don't have to do any of this. I'll confront my brother directly.
Yeah, that'll go great.
And there won't be a city left when we are done.
There won't be a state. There won't be, hell, probably half a fucking country left.
I would request we refrain from that tactic.
Well, the first step I would have to do if I were to combat my brother would be to make sure anyone he could draw power from is dead. I would have to kill this entire city to deprive him of his power. It would be a carnal house. I would turn it into my world.
Because that is part of why the Tzimisce ruled their domains as they did.
I
Sunday,
would
there's a
prefer
reason.
not to do that to this world because I have to live in it too.
This is your problem, just like fighting Grant was your problem.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm leaving. I'm just saying this isn't exactly fair to put on us. I'm
Here's
just
the
saying
thing.
a little appreciation for the foot soldiers we're supposed to be.
When I
So
mentioned
you can
ants,
survive.
when I mentioned ants earlier, it wasn't a far off comparison. But you see, when you are as powerful as we are, when you stand that high above everyone else, it's the insects that sneak up on you. It is the lowest among you that those of our age dismiss out of hand. Even I'm guilty of it, though I've tried to start taking proteges in this new era to break that habit.
To learn from them as much as they learn from you.
Exactly. And to break the habit of overconfidence, of arrogance, of conceit, that you are so far beneath me, you are no threat. That is what he thinks. Until you show up in his chamber, that is what he will think. And even when you enter his chamber, he will know he can take you. He will toy with you. He will play with you because in his mind, you are nothing to him. And that is his weakness. That is why you are important. Were I to walk in his chamber, a battle would ensue. Were anyone close to his level of power enter his chamber, a fight would immediately ensue. He will play with you. He will toy with you. He will play his games and let you get close enough because he is so confident he cannot take you that he will not see the dagger that lies before him until it strikes. Yes, you are foot soldiers. I am not discounting what you can do. You are one of the only ones who can do it because you are foot soldiers.
Because we aren't cowards.
And because in his mind, you are no threat to him because he can destroy you at will. Two of you bear his blood. One has knelt before him. The other two aren't old enough in his mind to be a threat. That is his weakness. It is never the dagger that comes from the back that ends up killing you. It is the one stabbed in your chest while you were looking over your shoulder. That's what you are. You are the dagger to be driven into his bosom. At the time you strike, I will reveal my presence to him and make him look over his shoulder.
Would those cowards be better served elsewhere? Not outside the limits of the city. As you said, the eldest can simply bring them back. But if they were to stand up and do something, would that be useful to you all? It will be imprecise, but I think I could rally them.
If they do something, they do something.
I'll see what I can do.
Sunday.
Because oftentimes cowards are strong.
It is not I discount you. You are children. It is a fact. It is not, I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass, to fluff you up. You are children to one such as I, one such as him. But at least what I'm offering is a chance. And when it is all done, I will walk away. I will not tie chains to you unless you wish them to be tied to you. And he looks at Gwen when he says that.
Gwen? No.
I haven't said anything.
I cannot protect her unless she's willing.
And we'll protect her.
Sunday. We couldn't protect Rashad from a thin blood.
Let's be fair. Rashad let his hubris destroy him.
It's hubris to say you can protect me from the elder.
If you are marked as mine.
No, I would flat out, I'll tell you right to your face, Gwen. If the eldest starts using you, I'll destroy you myself.
Exactly.
There are rules to our games.
And I would expect any of you to do the same for me.
There are rules to the games my brother and I and all of my siblings play. Were you marked as mine, he would send his pieces against you rather than directly take you for his own.
Yeah, but then I have to worry about you.
That doesn't much sound like protection.
Well, with what I plan to do with him after he is gone, you will be safe.
From him.
I will say it would have also, in his groggy state, he may not have picked up a tie you had.
He knew. Lasombra found it. He didn't know why.
Lasombra is awakened with it.
Why, thank you.
My point is that
my point
if
is,
someone else can find it.
If you choose this, it is your choice. If you choose this, that could also make it make logical sense to the eldest why a Setite kneeled if she was an agent of Lasombra.
He would take it as a game I'm playing.
Yes, he would.
Yes.
Well, I got no skin in this game.
But I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying.
Do I need to decide right now?
No.
Nobody's telling you to sign the contract right now. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't care one way or the other what you do, but think it over.
I need to think about it, and I will genuinely think about it. That decision is up in the air. But the decision to actually do something, we don't have a choice.
No,
we don't have a choice on that.
No, you either help put him to sleep or I confront him. Because he must not continue as he's going. What he's doing to the land here, what he's doing to the spirit world here,
Oh, I know.
will eventually even reach my realm. I won't allow that. The dead won't allow that. Eventually, even the dead will
Fight back.
be upset.
They have their rules, and sometimes the living can break them, and sometimes the unliving can break them.
And I've seen what the dead do when they get pushed too far. The reason the other side is a storm now is because they were pushed too far. You don't have to decide until you get in his presence, Gwen. But once you are in his presence, you will serve him or you will serve me. Or you will be destroyed. And even if you serve him, he may destroy you at a hand for the insult.
If I serve him, you will destroy me because I'm in your way.
I won't allow him to take your body. I won't allow him to use you. His hold on you will be broken one way or another. If you put him to sleep and he hasn't destroyed you yet, you'll be free to walk away. But I think if you ask Kat and Rurik here, what are the chances of him allowing her to walk out?
Less than 0. That's why I said I would destroy her myself. Because I think it would be kinder for me to do it.
I don't know. I think with Sunday's optimism, I'd probably give her a 5%.
Gwen has felt his pull on her before. I can see it in her eyes now. She knows I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. And Sunday, I know you disagree that she should make this choice. I totally understand it. But until you have walked in her shoes, do not judge one who has to make their own decisions on the ground they stand on
I'm
and their
not
ultimate
judging.
fate.
I'm just advising. I know every single one of the people here is far too headstrong to just listen to me.
And I will tell you, there are worse fates than becoming under my tutelage.
What else do I do Sunday? What alternative is there?
You could beseech Set, although I doubt that would get you the result you're looking for.
Oh, yes. Beseech him after you've knelt at my brother's feet. You think Azamitsi is covetous.
Nothing like a cult leader.
Set was a right bastard by my standards.
Regardless, I'm stuck in their game. We all are, but I'm thoroughly stuck. And so either I don't choose and the choice is made for me, or I at least get some vein of a choice, which at least sounds better.
And one makes you a slave. The other one, while you will be a tool, let's be honest, call it what it is, you will learn something, and in time, I won't keep you shackled to me. You will go as you will to put the skills you've been taught to use.
We are all tools.
Mhm.
The difference between a tool and a power is that the power knows they're a tool and uses it to their advantage.
You heard that from Nathan.
Not from Nathan.
You didn't.
From,
He
one,
is-
from one of his kin.
He has spread that around since DC.
From one of his kin.
I told him that once, right when I came back.
I was never in DC.
Hmm.
New York.
Oh, of course.
And then Chicago.
Chicago's an interesting city.
It really is.
Never been there
And
myself, but my agents have.
I assure you, it's nothing all that interesting. As soon as you leave the city, none of it seems to spill out of it. They at least keep the ship watertight. Milwaukee's far more interesting a domain.
Yeah, I hear it's got a queen now.
Queen Durand, yes. A Ventrue by any other name. One of the few I can actually find genuine respect for.
Ventrue.
A savvy Ventrue. Much more dangerous.
Sunday, when this is done, I do wish you luck in tending your garden.
If there's anything left to tend.
If it's not done, you won't have a garden. This land will not grow. Nothing will grow.
He will poison everything.
I understand we don't have a choice. I do.
You have a choice.
And I am sorry that you got sucked into this.
You have a choice, Sunday. The choice is the hill you're going to stand on and fight from. That is your choice. But whether you die alone or at least have a fighting chance with your friends is still a choice.
Yeah, my friends. Am I going to talk about this with you?
I do have a way to draw out things, don't I? I am sorry for that.
No,
It's
you're not.
hard not to see into people.
All
Can't
of my
help it.
friends, all of my friends who are, let's face it, more important than me, more connected than me. All of my friends, regardless of how this ends, I get left behind.
Have these friends left you behind?
They're getting pulled in all different directions.
Sunday, you're more than
Sacrifice,
welcome to come
self-
with any of us.
I'm not going
your
anywhere. I built a
choice.
fucking fortress.
And yet they're pulled so many directions. Yet they help you build your charity. I told you I can see into you. They've got their own problems, and yet they're taking time to help you. Even Alessandro, who's here, after hearing what I just told him, should be fleeing this city immediately so that he doesn't get bound to it. He's here offering to help all of you break free.
And if it helps, and he will turn and look at Sunday. Regardless of the history of any of our bloodlines, we are all under the blanket of Hekata now. I do not allow my family to go anywhere without support.
Think over what I've said. You have friends. And if you're successful, this will all end. You won't have to deal with it. I'm going to return to my realm. I've been here long enough. I don't want him tasting me in the air.
Where's our grandmother?
You will find her 6 blocks to your east in the hotel that's there.
Excellent. Thank you.
And I give you my word when I leave this place, I am not listening in on what's going on here. I will not violate your privacy on this.
Appreciated.
I have to say that because normally it's assumed I'd be listening anyway.
Of course.
And I do many things. Break my word is not one of them. As long as I state it plainly.
Can someone please suss out if he's lying?
No, yeah. Like, Gwen is like, I was going to. Gwen, I have one last question. Or a question. It might not be the last. But what's the catch for any of it that you haven't told us yet? And I want to use my lore sheet.
You know your lore sheet's not going to work on him, right?
It's not an actual power. It just helps the roll.
You think you can beat him with dice?
Would you rather I not roll? Would you rather I not roll?
Go ahead and roll. I'll roll too. I'll be nice. I'll roll.
Either I roll and there's a very, very small chance, or I don't roll and there's no chance.
It's like you said, it is the hubris of the elders to not think that we ants can do anything to them. Take the chance.
2 successes.
Okay, so I have my lore sheet. It
Gives
is
2 extra dice, doesn't it? You got 5. Pretty good.
Oh, I haven't
That
rolled.
ain't gonna be enough to incite him, but that was me.
That's Cat, yeah.
It's Cat? No, 5's not enough.
No, that's not enough to do shit, but that's all right.
I'm trying to find it, sorry.
Trust me, isn't
I
it?
was hoping at least for a crit or 2, okay?
No.
Difficulty of any roll to get tell the truth is lowered by 1.
Yeah.
The difficulty gets easier. I don't get any other dice.
It gives you an extra success.
Yeah. It's manipulation.
You can use manipulation or charisma. And persuasion.
I couldn't use wits or anything like Cat's doing.
Sure, go ahead with wits. Go ahead.
Would it be insight or should I go with?
You can go persuasion or insight.
I have detect lies for insight.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. Plus I'm going to search.
I've already rolled his. I'm not even going to bother with willpower.
Okay, so I have surging wits. Wits.
If a clan family has to
Insight.
spend willpower, it means the person they're going up against is really dangerous.
If he thinks of spending willpower, he's concerned. Nice roll. You might want to willpower that.
I will.
Wow. Oh my
You got 11
God.
successes with a crit. He got 12 with a crit.
Damn!
But I will tell you, because you're so close, that you're pretty sure he's telling the truth.
And there's no catch.
Well, he hasn't answered the catch part yet.
Okay.
The catch is
But
actually...
he's being honest.
He's being honest.
Okay.
The catch is simple. When you tie yourself to me, there are many in this world who will consider you an enemy. But one of the things I will teach you is how to avoid them.
And I'll have your protection at least slightly.
Yes, no one will touch you as long as you're in Baltimore with me. No one steps in my domain without my express permission. And no one takes anyone out of Baltimore unless I will it.
Okay. I believe you.
Now, I will see you another time. And then he turns and a line opens, and Alessandro, you're not looking into the Shadowlands. What you're looking on the other side is pitch black, pure, unadulterated oblivion and darkness. And you all can feel it sapping not only the light from the room, your own willpower from the room. You can feel the drain of it as you look in it. As he steps into that blackness and is gone. And right here, everybody, we're going to go to break. We will see. I know we ran real late, but we need a quick break. So, because we're 2 hours in. So we'll be back after the break and we'll finish this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, the coterie had Alessandro show up, who just happens to have been studying what went on with Menelay in Chicago that kept him hidden from Portia for so long. And, well, Lasombra was there talking with him. And it was an emotional bit for Sunday. Gwen's got hard choices. Rorik is letting his mouth write checks that his ass can't cash. And Kat's a realist about it all.
Oh, she is pragmatic as fuck.
There's a bill due, according to Lasombra from Rorik,
well,
that he's going to have to pay by the end of this.
she can't save her brother from himself, so he's going to
okay,
dig his
man.
own grave. But
And as we open up, Lasombra has left, promising he's not listening in.
okay. And as soon as he vacates the fucking premises and the whole vibe in the room like fucking lifts
Oh, yeah.
10 decibels, she will legit just look at Alessandra and say, okay, so you understand this ritual and everything, and it worked on Menelay, who's not a progenitor of a clan. How do you know it's going to work on a progenitor of a clan?
At first, it was an assumption, maybe some conjecture. But as I spoke and was able to coax information out of the souls near the site, the intensity of the effect rippled across their lands.
So it was more potent than it needed to be for one of his power.
Indeed.
Got it.
It can work on very old things.
Okay.
How old, I am uncertain, but for a founder, it feels within the realm.
And if not, it may be just enough for Lasombra to cart his ass where he needs to go.
At the very least, it will be very drowsy afterwards.
Yeah. Oh.
Drowsy is not asleep. That doesn't bode. That doesn't fill me with confidence.
As long as he is weak enough / tired enough for Lasombra. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to be enough.
What on earth am I supposed to be doing in all this? That's what I thought.
Want to help us stake our grandmother?
I know dang well you don't need my help for that.
What all do we need to do to prepare? So we need to make sure that all those people are on board.
Yeah.
You're muted, Maddox.
Of course I am. I can handle most, as the shadow referred to it, cowards. Most of the weak-willed ones won't be a problem. I am currently armed with a machete, where a scalpel would be far preferred, but my scalpel is currently dulled and babbling nonsense. But I can get the population off of its ass, at least a majority. And then you have backup for whatever ways you see fit.
Excellent.
And don't worry, they won't even recognize that they've been changed.
You know, given the emotional response you had to Lasombra, I think it would behoove us if you and Gwen Sunday went and talked to the prince. You
Oh,
might be able to sway him.
it's really not a good idea, brother.
I don't know him. I've shared like 2 words
He
with that motherfucker.
he will. Okay.
I mean, she spoke
I
from her
I
heart.
I
Like, I'm
I
assuming you spoke from your heart, right? Sunday?
I need to know something, Sunday. If someone tries to do anything to read your mind or anything like that, does it fuck with them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it's a bad idea. Because Manuel does that shit without even thinking. And if it fucks with him while he's trying to maintain a hold on the eldest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
I think
I think we will need help, though, with Grandma Ludi's bodyguards.
Y'all are dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. But she's also his sire. She could dominate the shit out of us, but she can't
Yeah.
dominate 3 at a time.
I also there is another option. Bo, do we know that Bo would be in the state of mind to help us at that point? Sunday, you're probably the closest to Bo than any of us. If anyone could help him get there, it would be you. I don't know what kind of state of mind he's in, but
Well, might be a little broken, but he's not going to abandon y'all. He is more than capable of putting his head down and doing what matters. And after that, after all of this is over, I think we owe it to him to find a way where he can just be out of this nonsense.
Absolutely.
but if you could do something to help, yes, he could just put his head down and do it, but it'd be better if he didn't have to just put his head down.
But he does. There is not
Or
a
you could
thing I can say that would actually fix anything.
No.
He is free for the first time in a really long time, and he's got to rebuild his whole life without all these people leashing him and tying him down. That don't happen in a few days.
And you know what that's like. Don't you?
Yeah.
Sunday, you wanted us to stay and to be there for you. This is what that looks like. We need to do that for Bo.
Absolutely. I can't help Bo in this moment. I can't. As much as I would want to, I consider him family. He's cooked for my kids. I can't help him in this moment. But you can. And you are important. I know you don't believe that. But you are. You are so unique. Not just for your family. You are so unique of all of us. You have a connection not just to your own humanity, but to the humanity within others. That is incredibly important. Because when I see that pompous asshole, I see something that is so far removed from anything fucking human, and it disgusts me. When I see the progenitor of my clan, I see something so far removed from anything remotely human that it's completely alien and disgusting. You are the antithesis of that. Truly. Not only are you a capable combatant, I mean, you have to be to survive, especially as what you are. But you have
Sunday?
maintained a level of kindness and empathy that many of us struggle to hold on to.
What exactly is it that's making you feel like you aren't enough?
How far back you want me to go?
Whatever I need to know. And if it
We-
means we just go hang out, that's okay too.
We aren't supposed to be talking about that. We've got a guest here and business to take care of. Business has nothing to do with that.
Alessandro, would you be offended if these two ladies excuse themselves?
Before you go, Sunday, and he will hold his hand out, and Stella, the woman next to him, will reach into her coat and hand a notepad and paper, to which he writes something down, folds it a couple times, and then hands it to Sunday. Open when you have time to yourself.
Okay. Thanks.
It's not that both of you are not important to any conversations we have with Alessandro. However, Sunday, you are important, and you need this right now. And she looks to Gwen.
Absolutely. I figured that my role, I think it makes sense that I'm talking to the prince then. I do think that I should have another person there. I don't know if we need to have Vlad, even when Alessandro, maybe someone else, just in case the progenitor tries to take advantage of it just being me.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'll be the distraction.
Okay. Let's go Sunday.
Because he can't fucking see me, he's going to be shocked to be able to see me.
Okay.
So as Gwen and Sunday step out, I'll let Kat and Rorik and Alessandro finish their scene, then we'll flash over to those two.
Apologies, but we've just been through a lot. So.
I am not as old as the thing that left through the dark, but I'm old enough to understand that as much as we say we are emotionless creatures, that's not true. As much as I would love to suppress certain reactions that I have, I cannot.
It must be very difficult for you. From what I understand, Rashad's sire had been destroyed, and now he has.
Perhaps it is me.
That's rough, buddy.
Perhaps, or perhaps, you are prone to embracing ones that get a little carried away at times.
He glances at Stella. And let's see if I'll be 3 for 3.
And she looks to Stella and says, for your case, I sincerely hope not.
That's dark, even for your kind.
And she looks over. I'm the bigger necromancer. You should more worry about himself now.
Oh, I'm going to like her.
May I
She's got
introduce one of the grandest prodigies of Clan Giovanni?
Stella, it is a pleasure to meet you.
This finger gun.
Given the company we've met, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Mm.
Yeah. Needless to say, when Dracula himself walks in and proclaims he's here, and then a very old Tremere walks in and proclaims he's here, and then Lasombra himself shows up a day late and $1 short after we've just had a massive fucking battle at the Second Inquisition headquarters. You know, it's just like, what else? What else?
I was not here for the Tremere part, but the rest has not been easy to swallow.
So much in the middle of one of the flattest areas of North America.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like ground zero, right?
Almost makes me wish to return to Rome.
So you're not going to be helping us with the ritual. You're going to trust that to Stella?
Stella would be the better option. While I am a necromancer, as all Giovanni can be, I utilize the dead differently. She is an expert in many fields. I am specialized.
All right, whatever that means. When you vouch for her, I'm all right with her being on the team.
She is on par with the necromantic talents of Rashad's sire.
I would like for both of you to meet Xavier, the Tremere.
No.
That way you can go over what you have found with him, since he will be the Tremere helping you with this.
That should be a sufficient blood sorcerer for what we need.
Absolutely.
Sufficient,
Dude
he
made
says.
me... I can literally swallow fire right now and not burn up. Yeah,
There's
he's
no
a
need,
sufficient blood
yeah,
sorcerer.
don't show off anymore.
No, I know. Look, it's only going to last another night or two, but
No, only.
The Tremere and the Giovanni came to be at approximately the same time.
And from the same source, from what I understand. You both killed your progenitors. Look at you having so much in common, building bridges already.
I did no such thing.
You did.
Augustus was the moron who devoured Cappadocius.
Yeah. And look at where we are now, sitting at a table together.
Yes.
I'm just happy to be around dragons that are not so vile. You're both conversing and not just slathering at the many mouths.
I don't know how to take
He's
that
seen
comment.
our cousins.
Yeah.
The Giovanni has had to deal with the Sabbat when they crop up in our territories.
You've been hanging around the Vicoses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Are they like your
God.
friends? Are they like your special friends? You guys have a unique relationship?
If unique meaning we love to riddle them with bullets and explosives.
Oh.
As well as the dead. The dead can surprisingly kill the living rather easily. Although I am more than a little annoyed that I cannot utilize them here.
But, yeah, because of the fuckery.
If
you
you
need
need
anything else from us?
If you need a place to stay for the day until you can find appropriate accommodations, we do have suites here available.
I believe I am fine.
All right.
You want to stay in the labyrinth with me?
No.
Okay. Just, we're offering places.
I'm sorry, labyrinth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you look completely normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. We killed
Which
the
means
Nos that
you're-
had it.
Ah.
Yeah. He had alligators.
If
did have alligators.
And Bo shot the shit out of them.
Yes, he did.
If you value yourself in the same shape as you started, when the Nosferatu claim it, do not resist them. Just give it.
No, I'm not stupid.
Don't worry, brother. I'll put you up at the fortress.
I'm not stupid. I'm not wise, but I'm not stupid.
That is true.
And once this ritual is complete, should it succeed, which is my hope, I will remain to study the site, make sure that it's stuck, as it were.
Understood. I will be studying the land to see if it begins to heal.
We can compare notes.
Absolutely.
But yes, regardless of the threat to most of the continent and possibly the world, I just see this as a worthwhile investment of my time for my own personal goals as well.
Good.
Lasombra was not wrong. We should always be pursuing our goals.
Absolutely.
But
And
you
she
have my
looks to her
help.
brother and says, next goal, Grandma Ludi.
Gram Lulu.
And as this seems to be breaking up, we're going to flash to Gwen and Sunday as they've left the room.
What do you want to talk about it?
I didn't mean to make you feel like your decision was in some way like. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not.
I know. I know you're not, Sunday. But that's not what I asked to begin with.
Well, that's what I felt I had to apologize for, so I wanted to get that out of the way.
Or are you trying to change the topic?
And why not both?
She just looks at you with big eyes and waits for you to talk.
Oh, I'm not used to being on this end of that.
I'm a snake. What do you expect?
I don't have a problem with Snake. Almost. Almost everywhere I've ever lived, everywhere I've called home, everyone I've ever called family or friends, with one exception. I just keep finding myself on the outside of all that, not good enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not devout enough, not worthy. And I came here from the place that was my home, the place that I mattered, the place that never rejected me. I came here to fight Zabat. That's it. That's all I came here to do, because that is all I can really do. And I found myself in the middle of all of this.
Why do you think that's all you can do?
I am so far out of my league here. When
I've literally seen walls disintegrate at your touch.
Walzer.
You didn't die yet, almost die yesterday. You killed other people. You did good. You do good, Sunday.
So you're still probably leaving.
I don't think I have a choice. But that's not because of you.
And Rashad's gone now. If it makes Bo happy, I can't see him not leaving. Why would he want to stay in a place with so many memories?
Here's the thing, Sunday. Is other than Rashad, you could go with any of us. We're not leaving because of you. Life changes. And people are going to leave for a variety of reasons, because we will just time passing. But it's not you. And the thing is you can come with us. Like, you're more than welcome. If I go to Baltimore,
No, I'm not going
welcome.
to Baltimore. Mm-mm.
Exactly. But we can write.
I'm
You
not so
matter.
sure you're going to have the time to write, but I appreciate the sentiment.
You matter.
Not yet.
Why not? What are you looking for to magically say you matter? What has to happen for that to be true?
I guess I got to do something important, right?
What's important?
I don't know.
Sunday, it's
Stand
gonna
by and watch other people figure out this elder shit, right? Because I'm not smart enough. I don't have the magic.
you don't have to have either of those things.
There is nothing I can do.
See point earlier about you not almost dying and kicking ass. Sunday, it's a moving goalpost. You can't even point blank tell me what you need to do to get there. It's here. You're so much always being the therapist for us. Let us help you.
I don't like doing that much either.
Being help or helping others.
I don't like taking from other people help or advice or money. God, I hate taking money from people.
It's not taking if it's freely given. Do you consider what your previous home did? Do you consider taking from them?
No.
Exactly. It's not taking. And even if it was, it's okay to need a hand sometime. There's a lot of big, dark shit happening right now. And it's fucking terrifying. I think we all need extra hands right now. It's okay.
Right now, my job is to help however that looks so that as many of us can get out of here alive.
Your job is to take care of you and survive.
I'm really good at surviving, Gwen. Don't worry about that.
That's what your job is. Take care of you because you matter. And if something happened to you, we would all be devastated. Just like we are with Rashad. That's how much you matter. You're one of us.
I will officially stop arguing with you for now, Gwen.
Good, because you're losing.
That's why I gave up.
Let's see if we can find some fun to get into or some distraction.
Teasing boys at a club?
Sure.
I might need to borrow some clothes.
So
Absolutely.
As Gwen and Sunday sets off, and Kat and Rorik and Alessandro have gone their separate ways, and Lasombra has gone back to the abyss itself.
The pit.
Yep. I think this is where we're going to end season 5, episode 7 of Kansas City, A Domain Divided. First of all, thank you to our special guest. I'm glad to see you got to return to your role as Alessandro.
It was like putting on a slightly incestuous old coat, but it was nice.
A coat that's been with his other coats. Get a little bit too on the same hanger with the other coats. Damn it, man. Why you do that? It's been an interesting episode. Sunday is, I think Sunday's past is coming to a head. Gwen's trying to help her with it, though Gwen's past is coming to a head. Rorik's mouth is coming to a head. And, well, Kat's caught going, baby brother, you just fucking up. And it is what it is.
Big brother.
Or big brother, you just fucking up, and it is what it is.
You guys act like I didn't just leave the Sabbat. Like
I know.
No, I know. Kat knows. That's why she said, I can't save you from yourself.
You can take him out of the Sabbat, but you can't take the Sabbat out of him.
She knows he is what he is. So,
I'm not going to be an overnight like change of heart.
No,
Like,
Nope.
no.
if I get to live out my existence, I might get
He
to the point
might
where I'm
have
just
a
like,
redemption arc over time, but yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
Not now.
It was a great episode. I do thank everyone, not just the players, but the viewers for being here. In case you can't tell, we're coming to the end of this chronicle, everybody. Shit's reaching ahead. We're in the final stretch. And who will survive? I guess we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Got a few more weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
Please, everybody, join us on the Discord. That's where the cast of this show comes from, cast of all our shows. Matter of fact, I just got done a casting call for Eclipse Phase, and I got an amazing cast of players. I can't wait to see what they get into, because trust me, they will be getting into all kinds of shenanigans. Just when you find out the makeup of the group, it immediately starts off like a bad joke of them walking into a bar. You'll find out what I mean. But it's great. We do Zoom Hangouts for once in a while. I know we don't have a stream tomorrow night, but I'm not sure there'll be a Zoom Hangout, because for those that don't know, tomorrow is Mama McStabber's birthday. Happy birthday to my lovely wife, the love of my life, the Morticia to my Gomez. Mama McStabber there. It's her birthday tomorrow. And so whether we have a Zoom Hangout will be whether she feels like hanging out with people on her birthday or not.
I make 47 look damn good, y'all.
Yep. Whether there's a Zoom Hangout will totally depend on how she feels on her birthday and how much she's been drinking on her birthday.
Well, considering I have no alcohol.
Well, you'll have alcohol by the time you get up in the morning, I can tell you that.
Okay.
Because I get up before you. And the pool is officially swimmable in terms of clean, but not temperature.
It is not warm enough.
Yep.
But I can sit in the hammock beside it. It's fine.
Yep. So definitely join us on Discord. Please pop over to our YouTube if you want to catch the back episodes of everything that led up to where we're at now in this chronicle with La Sombra in the city, 4th Gen Tremere in the city, Alessandro from Milwaukee in the city. We got just an amazing, build up a story here. But if you want to see how everything got so fucked, just go see it all. You can also catch The Hidden City, especially it's on break right now. Great chance to catch up on it. You could see the Mage Chronicle that just finished a few weeks ago, the Changeling Chronicle before that. Dark Ages is coming up. If you want to catch up on the on Dark Ages before the next season, guess what? That's coming up.
So many nods to Dark Ages in this particular season.
Oh, yeah.
In this particular chronicle, too.
Oh, yeah. Snatcher's in the city somewhere.
He's probably regretting that he's in the city, but yeah.
There's a reason he's in the city, and you'll find out why in a later episode. Because, of course, there is.
Olga's somewhere in the world manipulating shit from the background, okay?
Olga's secretly the reason everyone's converged on Kansas City.
No, she's not. She is not fucking with that mess again. She interfaced with Zamitzi once. That was enough.
Yeah.
And she survived it. She's like, that's it. Enough.
Now, if people want to see some see, I can't talk tonight. I had a day at work. By the way, people should listen to me when I tell them something at work, because I know what I'm talking about. Quit fucking arguing with me. But if you want to see some Call of Cthulhu or D&D 5e, pop over to London Esoteric Society's channel. That is where Tess puts her videos. Even though they stream here, you can catch up on all the shenanigans while she's on summer break. I can guarantee you she's got enough episodes of Call of Cthulhu. You could watch it the entire time and still not be fully caught up by summer break, because she's well over 100 episodes there. If you want to see some amazing content creators, as we go around the table, we'll start this week right below me with Ravnos Archon down here.
Oh, hi, everybody. I have my own channel here on Twitch where I do TTRPG stuff that isn't Dungeons & Dragons. Mondays is for Vampire the Masquerade, Tuesdays for Scion First Edition and Werewolf of the Wild West, and Thursdays are for 7th Sea or Legend of the Five Rings 4th Edition. I have infiltrated all the Wednesday splats here on the channel, and until the end of the season, I will be playing the second worst brother in Kansas City.
The first worst surviving brother.
There's always a bigger fish.
And let's go with this time Jen, who streams on DM Daddy RPG, not on her own channel, but she streams over on DM Daddy RPG. What you got going on, Jen?
We are full up on World of Darkness. Right now we've got a Werewolf 5th edition. Hear me out. House ruled. Going on Sundays, and then we have Hunter the Reckoning Old World of Darkness on Wednesdays.
I got to say, I'm a big fan of World of Darkness, in case people didn't know that already about me, considering most of what I run is World of Darkness. So I'm all for World of Darkness. And Mischievous Red, what you got going on?
Hi. Yeah, I sometimes stream on my own channel at Mischievous Red. And that's typically on Sundays when I do right now, because that's what my schedule allows. And I typically do craftsy stuff or video games. But my schedule's variable because life. So join the Discord and you can see when I or any of the other friends go live.
That's right. Another reason to be on the Discord. And it's a good chance. I mean, I know Red isn't streaming TTRPGs, but it's a good chance just to hang out and talk with her, because she'll chat up when you start chatting with her on Twitch. I've popped in more than once when I could, when my schedule allowed it. So go ahead and do that. You can also pop over to Junie Von Esch's channel. Is she still raising for St. Jude's, Mama?
Yes, she reached her initial goal. Now she's pushing for her stretch goal. So she got over $500 raised for St. Jude. Now she's pushing for $1,000. So please join her on her channel and donate to St. Jude to help the kids, y'all.
That's right. She does that every year, and I applaud her for it. So please pop over to Junie's channel. If you're on her Discord, you'll find out when she's live. And also, Rerolls, he's still on break. Rashad, who was blown to fuck up around here. So when he comes back from his break and his next show comes up, pop over to his channel and you can check that out. If you want to get you some Kansas City merch or some studio merch, pop over to our merch channel. There's various things you can get over there. The Cat's to-do list, the Wish a Motherfucker Would Camp t-shirt. Let me tell you, that one kind of fit this chronicle too. It's just too bad we didn't have Gavin with us to throw them words out.
Wish a motherfucker would.
Yep. There's good stuff over there. Look, we don't make much money on it, but
I love Gavin.
That's not what we do. The merch store. It's just something for you to if you want to get some cool stuff. No Cowards here.
No Cowards
Red
here.
Rockets for Gaia, which is not a reference to spaceships, even if it is on the t-shirt.
That's because we can't have a real red rocket.
Yeah, because that's a werewolf reference. So yeah, check out the merch. If you want to, let me tell you, I'm going through my list here. Yes, next up, bits and donations. Everybody, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you to give to the players a little something back for all the time and effort and psychological trauma that their characters go through in these streams. Sunday tonight, just pulling the tears out of everybody, the players, the viewers, and herself all at once, just throwing that emotion around. So bits and donations, they go to the players for you to give back to them.
Show your biddies.
That's right. But if you want to support the studio, you can subscribe on Twitch. Hey, no ads. You can also, if you have Prime, why not? You get one free subscription a month with Prime. Why not think about giving it to us? Or you can pop over to our coffee, which they take a lot less of the percentage off, but then you get stuck with mad
coffee.
Then you get stuck with the ads. But yeah, buy her a birthday coffee. That's fine. But look, money's tight and it's not getting any easier on us, especially with all the bullshit going on with the tariffs and everything. So if you want to know a free way to support the channel, you pop over to YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. It's that easy.
Both like and comment.
Yeah.
Doing both increases our rankings in the algorithm for the searches.
That's right.
So thank you.
And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife, whose birthday is tomorrow, for Well, the shortened schedule, we don't have a lot going on right now because a lot of shows are on break.
Yep, a lot of shows are on break, and they'll be returning the first week of June. But for the next week, we have this stream on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we continue this story and keep rolling towards the end of this chronicle, y'all.
And the first week of June does get busy. We'll have Wednesday night Dark Ages, Thursday night Eclipse Phase, Friday night this stream, and then Saturday night Hidden City.
Yep. 4 nights in a row, y'all.
4 nights in a row. Yep. So, enjoy the break because we're going to be busy.
Yep.
And as always, everybody, mental health, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take both your mental health seriously and mental health of others. A lot of people out there aren't okay, and they're on an edge. They're on the ledge there. They need that lifeline. And sometimes your voice can be that lifeline. You could be that reaching out to them can help them, and at least show them, not everything is that bad. Okay. And if you suffer from mental health issues, first of all, please, I want you to get help. I want you to address that. I want you to reach out to your support network. But I know a lot of people feel they can't. I don't blame them. It's tough to open up that way with friends because you might think you're a burden, even if you're not. So in chat's a list of numbers. You can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be somebody on the other end of the line who's a professional who will help you off that ledge. And if you're in crisis, please, I beg of you, contact those numbers. And if you're not in the U.S. or if you're in crisis, because odds are you won't be in crisis while you're watching this, remember findahelpline.com. You can put in your country of origin and find out the helplines for where you are. Because mental health is health, everybody. And while it's okay to not be okay, we want you to get better. We really do. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife for her portion of the outro as she rains a little hellfire down.
Please do take care of your mental well-being, y'all. It's real important. And don't feel like you are a burden on those who wish to help you. Allow those who wish to help you to actually help because they really do want to. Okay? And also, I'm on McStabber, I'm a registered nurse. I want you to take care of your physical well-being too. Take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can, but make sure you're wearing SPF when you do. And also, get your vaccines, please.
There was some fuckery now. It's going to be harder to get your COVID vaccine because the fucking morons put in charge of Health and Human Services, but get the ones you can, please.
Yep. I said it was coming. I told y'all. Please get it done while you can. And if anyone watching this stream had any fucking thing to do that supported this regime that we have right now in America, whether you voted for it, you voted third party in an obviously bipartisan self-perpetuating system, or you abstained, which the majority of Americans actually that could vote abstained in the last election. Blood's on your hands. Fuck off and go to hell. You're not welcome here. For the rest of us, we got to get through it together. Got to support one another. Got to look out for one another. Got to stay aware of what's going on in our neighborhoods, in our states, in our country. Create good trouble where you can, but be safe about it. Protest if you are inclined to do so, but please be safe and be aware of your surroundings and what is going on in your surroundings. Call your representatives. Let them know you're not happy with what they're doing.
If you are on Medicare or Medicaid, you better be calling your fucking senator about this bill they've passed.
Every fuck
because they are
day.
gutting Medicaid and Medicare.
Yep.
Don't let them bullshit you that they're not touching
And
it.
also-
Look at the bill.
and-
They are fucking it up.
And also impacting ACA plans. So if you have an ACA health plan, they're fucking you too. Yeah. They're fucking elders. They're fucking children. They're fucking a lot of people. and not the good way. So call your fucking representatives, give them a piece of your mind, attend their town halls if they're brave enough to hold them, give them a piece of your mind. Don't let them have rest.
Because it passed the House, but it's still got to get through the Senate. Put the pressure on the
Put
senators.
the fucking pressure on them. Call, email, help, fax, because they still have fax machines. Fucking blow them up. Not literally, with communication. Keep their phones ringing off the goddamn hook. Wear their staffers out. Because that's how we fight. That's how we fight. Sure, some folks are lawyers. They're suing the shit out of the administration. Kudos to them. But for most of us, we're not that. So we fight in the ways we can. Fascism always loses, y'all. Always. It's a reaction to societal progress. Always. It always fails, but it is a rough fucking ride to get to the other side of it, and we have to fight. Said with all sincerity, stay safe out there, y'all, and have a good night.
And we'll see you next episode, everybody. Good night.